Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Experience Kills. My name is Cameron. I'm once again joined by Ben.
Hello everybody.
See that singing name I've got there because you're so heavenly, my friend.
Oh, so kind.
You're welcome. Today we are bringing you an absolute ripper of a game.
Oh my
What
God,
is it,
so
Ben?
much fun. Oh my God, so much fun. One Finger Death Punch 2.
Oh God, I played too much of
Nope.
One Finger Death Punch 1.
Not possible.
Well, I'm pretty sure if I could play until my one finger bled. That's
Well,
pretty
I mean, that's the right amount.
This game has been built with the blood of its followers, okay?
That is really disturbing and yet probably accurate. Because this game demands blood sacrifice. That's what you have to bring to really appreciate the awesomousness that is One Finger Death Punch 2. Because the first one, you said you played it on mobile, is that right?
I've played it, well, when it first came out, I think about 5 years ago now. About 5 years ago.
No, it's more than that. It's more than that because it was an Xbox Live indie game first on the 360. So you're going back to when that was a thing.
So it came out when I played it on PC first time.
Right.
So
It
that was
launched.
about
It was
5 years
originally an indie game on Xbox 360. Yeah. So they came later to the other platforms, I believe.
And I did have it on Android mobile, correct, as well.
Awesome. Did you just
it's
keep
just-
hammering
it's
the
just so
phone
easy.
until the screen disintegrated? Like,
Pretty much, yeah. There are burn marks on the phone, and I have like finger marks ingrained into the glass, just worn away over years of tapping.
that's amazing.
For those of you that just don't know the pure awesomeness that is One Finger Death Punch.
Oh yeah, we should probably
it's,
tell them what it is. Good idea.
It is quite literally you only need one finger. The
Two
noobs
helps,
use
though.
two. Yeah, the noobs use two, of course.
Oh, okay. Fair.
All you have to do is you have to press left or right,
Yep.
depending on what side the enemies are currently on, as long as they're within range of your character. And although the characters are only stick figures, they are the most badass stick figures in the video game world.
So much. It's so hard to describe. I mean, you literally watch 5 seconds of this on video as you're watching this review right now. You've seen plenty to understand what this game is. If you're listening, however, I would strongly recommend checking the video out. But like Cameron said, it's stickmen doing badass kung fu combat in the most frenetic, kinetic, brutal way you can imagine. It's like 12-year-old me's imagination came to life as a video game. You know, it's insanely good fun. The first game was excellent, and this just takes it all to another level. All of it.
Yeah, absolutely. There are literally just flurries of punches, and there must be at least over 100 enemies per level. Around about that.
Could be loads more than that. Yeah, loads more. Surely.
Around that at least, anyway. But like, what I've always liked about it is that it is also to do with timing, so you just can't button mash it.
Yeah.
If you
It's not a skill.
button mash and you miss, then you get hit, you lose a life. There are some modes that you may only have one life, and that's it done. You have to like get a perfect round to pass some of the levels. You can, depending on which enemy you have, they may drop a weapon, which kind of extends your range as well. I'm a massive fan, of course, of the like laser sword levels, where you basically it's as if like Anakin Skywalker popped onto the screen and just like dumped a whole load of drugs in his system and just went to town on loads of people.
No, what it is when you get the laser sword, it's when Anakin Skywalker gets a lightsaber and he's murdering the younglings. That's what this is. He's just brutalizing your opponents with it. I mean, there are new mechanics on top of like the one finger death punchness that we already know. So you've got like these multi-hit bosses now. You've got boss fights. You've got these tests of will bits as well, where you have to hammer one particular direction. But at its core, it's a survival mode. There's like a level-based mode as well. There's lots of score leaderboard chasing to be done here. There's enough added to define a sequel, as it were. But really,
instead of a DLC.
Yeah, but really, it's still that game. You know, it's still that same awesome, simple, fun game. It's completely addictive because it's kind of like, you know, like the clicker games. It kind of has that feeling almost, that but instead of automating things, you're just hammering things. You're just hammering the keyboard into dust, or smashing your mouse into pieces, or just turning controllers inside out with your bleeding fingers. It's absolutely badass, and it's the characters, what they do on the screen is just, you can barely really register half the time what's going on, because you're just so focused on basically being Neo in the Matrix.
It's essentially it, isn't it? It is edgy as C. I don't think I've ever focused on any other game like I focused on this, trying to 100% a level without getting hit, without missing a shot. I've had some sweaty gameplay.
Oh yeah.
But this is a whole other level.
It brings to me a level of zen focus that I kind of are reminiscent of those when you get high level Tetris play, where you're almost not really seeing what's happening. You're just in this flow state where you're just placing pieces, hitting dudes just at this rate, incredible speed that feels insane. And when you get that 5-star rating and you haven't missed a single hit and you've not taken any damage, and everybody's been just turned to dust,
you've basically surpassed Goku with Ultra Instinct. That's what's happened.
Yeah, that's a good way. You do feel like Super Saiyan mode, full on, just complete fusion. It's insane. I love it. You could talk about mechanics, but I don't think it's really much more to say about the game's mechanics than, you hit in the direction of the enemy, do it quick. And that's the game. But it's the feeling it brings of power, of just complete mastery. It's insane. I love it so much. It's only coming out on PC later this month at the moment. I would be very surprised if they don't port this to everything. I just absolutely love its simplicity and its style and its hokey, over-the-top wushu action. It's just flipping amazing.
Yeah, everything about it just makes you feel amazing. There's just comments throughout the levels of your guiding master sort of thing, just saying perfect, and just little things that just drop down behind you. It's when you got a really good flow on and your combo's super high, where you get additional animations of dragons shooting out of you and killing everything and just going absolutely nuts. You're absolutely, there's no other words you can really say. It's just there's no other game that gives you that feeling.
There probably is, but they're quite rare. They're few and far between when you really get into that zone, into that headspace. So the guys behind the Silver Dollar Games are Canadian. I don't know what made them come up with the original concept. Except maybe let's make our 12-year-old doodles in a notebook fantasy real. Because I used to do it when I was a little kid. I used to doodle stickmen fighting and eviscerating each other in gory ways. And this is literally that game, that thought come to life as a video game. And it's plumbing my depraved childhood memories in a way I didn't think was possible. Unless it's some very strange way that the Canadians have some kind of Matrix device that trains their army. It took Neo 3 hours to learn jiu-jitsu, and these Canadians just one finger death punch. Yeah, that's all you need. Do you know, that's another thing it reminded me of. It's the feeling of absolute power is kind of reminiscent of, have you ever seen Fist of the North Star? Cameron. It's an anime.
Fist of the North Star?
Yeah. No, you don't know it, but that's okay. Don't worry. But it basically, the character in it, Kenshiro, is all about these rapid strikes and just destroying enemies with one hit and just killing hundreds of men, without ever getting touched when he's fully powered up. And that's kind of what comes across in One Finger Death Punch 2. One Finger Death Punch 1 on the Xbox Live Indie Games was, I think, the biggest unsung, under the radar hit that system ever had. Everybody that knew about the indie games knew about One Finger Death Punch, but nobody knew about the indie games on 360. So I really hope this gets out there to loads more people and gets way better coverage, and more people pick it up and check it out, because it's just such fun. It's just such basic, brutal entertainment. It's fantastic.
Oh my war, more shinderu.
I don't.
Every time I start a level, that's all I hear, mate.
Okay, I don't think it's stuck in my brain yet, but my adrenaline was already peaking. I'm barely hearing audio cues before I start playing a level. I'm just like getting in the zone, man.
That is my zone. Just I'd start a level, I look at the other ones coming towards me, just like, you're already dead.
Yeah, so if we were scoring games right now, I mean, we're not, but like this would be very high.
They're not
Very,
enough
very
stars
high.
to give. Not enough stars.
Not enough. Definitely not. Oh man,
Yeah.
so much fun. Everybody should check
So,
this out on PC.
Yeah,
And I'm pretty
so
sure,
thanks
like,
very much.
yeah, I'm pretty sure anybody's rig can play it as well. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think
totally.
it needs to be too modern to be able to handle this. And it's got to come to consoles. It has to. It has to.
It needs to.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Make
I
that
want to
happen.
say, yes, come on, Silver Dollar. And I want to say thank you very much for bringing a second One Finger Death Punch to our lives.
Absolutely. There's a hole I didn't needed filling, and this time Cameron didn't try to fill it with his own body. So, thank you. That's a callback to a previous review. Good. If you get that, good. Well done.
You make me sound so depraved.
Because you are.
So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us today. I've been Cameron. He's been Benjamin.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining me again.
Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, yeah, dude, I'm just glad you got a second. You got an opportunity to play it as well, because I definitely think you would have been super jealous if you didn't.
Yep. I begged and pleaded and made that happen.
Woo!
So, yes.
So you can follow us all at Experience Kills on Twitter. You can follow Ben at DIYE and myself at Camelot. You can see us all on iTunes and Spotify if you guys want to just listen to us while you're on the bus or your train to work. But if you are going to be on your train to work or your bus, I recommend downloading the first game on your phone just to get back into grips of being the ultimate Kung Fu master.
Yes. Definitely.
Anything to add, Benjamin?
Great game. Like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. That really helps with the visibility of these videos, and that means more people see this stuff, and more people like and subscribe, the more videos we get to make. So that's always helpful. You know, we don't ask for anything else. There's no adverts on any of these or anything like that. I don't have a stupid Patreon to plug or anything like that either. So yeah, just like and subscribe. That's all we ask. That's it.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye everyone.